Well, Justin, we are gonna kick off with some fatalities this year.
Oh,
Well, actually, no,
whoa.
that's pretty bad. Let's not start with that. Let's not start with that. What I was trying to reference to,
Uh-huh.
and it sounded much better in my head, was
Gotta
Mortal
say it with
Kombat.
the deep. Oh, yeah. Gotta say
Mortal
it with
Kombat,
deep
the
voice.
first movie.
Fatality.
The first movie was, I think it was hated mainly because I don't know what people were expecting from it. I thought it was a fun watch. It was one of those movies where you sit down and you're like, damn, like, yeah, it's not like 100% the game,
Right,
but
right.
I think they did pretty damn good job showing
Yeah.
some of the fatalities, especially with the modern technology. And then it's like it was obviously we're gonna make another one because that movie was pretty popular at the time.
Yeah, we always need more Mortal Kombat. Come on.
But it was just more like, what more can they do? Who more, who can they add? And then they're like, they went around and got my
Who are
boy
they gonna
Karl
concentrate
Urban.
on? Yeah.
They got Karl Urban,
That's wild. Yeah.
and that even if you were not a fan of the first one, at least like for me, I would have watched a movie with Karl Urban because that guy, he's one of those guys where like he cares about his fandom, and so like he always gives 100%. He always
Yeah,
gives it
that's so
100%
important.
every time, and he's just always a likable character. Regardless of what movie or show role he
Yeah.
has, right? The
That matters
boys.
so much to me for actors. I really do appreciate actors that put a little more effort into being social into their community and just helping out the people that look up to them.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we're gonna go ahead and cut right to the chase. Let's go ahead and see my man Karl Urban as Joni.
Oh, Cage, baby.
You want to know what makes a hero?
Karl Urban died. You
It's
just got
not
the Karl Urban.
destiny. It's not something you're born with.
It's something you made or you become.
It's searching for greatness.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen for Mortal Kombat.
No one's gonna get out of this.
Then realizing you've had it in you this
Tell
entire
me, man, it's
time.
that homegrown
Whoa! I really don't feel comfortable hitting a girl.
Don't worry. You won't.
Joe, send me back. I want to go back.
The rules of the tournament are simple. Our fates would not be settled by the size of our armies. They would be decided by combat.
I'm not some great warrior. I'm not some champion.
This is a war for the fate of your world.
Dude, I'm just so glad.
I'm lacking in violence.
Me?
I'm not pretty sure they can still do the fatalities in the Yeah, there's ways around that.
We do not kneel!
I'm actually happy about that.
Our only chance is to face this together.
Let's go, baby.
You, Johnny Cage, are part of this now. It's showtime.
Get over here!
Johnny would definitely die.
That's, yeah.
I love that, bro.
That's
May
crazy.
8th? May 8th?
They've been around since before the early 90s. It was great. It was absolutely great.
I will say like this was a fun trailer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It
Like
doesn't reveal too much.
doesn't reveal too
I'm
much.
still
They're
not
keeping the
completely sure what the
fatalities.
story is either. So that's kind of nice. I get to find out.
Well, even even the first one, the story wasn't all that, but just
It's
like
true,
the
it's
games,
true.
you don't play for the story, you play for the fatalities, you
You're
play
right,
for the
you're
action,
right.
and it
You're very
seems
right.
like it's
You're absolutely
sticking
right.
to that, right? Like
Yeah,
it's not trying
a
to
video
have
game
some
movie, like you said.
complicated plot, right? Nobody wants to go there and be bored with the plot. Just give us fatalities, give us action, give us Karl Urban as much as you can. And that's what we're getting. I mean, that was he was
Spider-Man.
he was like 60-70% of the trailer. So I am very much happy about that because You know, like I mentioned, the first one was great, and some of the fatalities they had were brutal. I
Yeah.
loved it, but it was just like when they announced the second one, I was like, okay, what can they do from here? And then they're like, my boy Karl Urban coming in. There he is, right there behind us. He's coming at, and of course, Shao Kahn and pretty much. Oh, Cole Young
Oh,
is in this
whoa.
too. Man, I will say Cole Young was probably the weakest part of the first one because he's just you know, a made up character to be the main character.
I get that.
You know, who cares? I'm just glad
Yeah.
that they went away from that type of story. I hope they
Yeah.
do. And then they just went to what it should be, which is Mortal Kombat. And I will admit, growing up,
Epic.
I didn't play the Mortal Kombat games like a lot of people did.
Mhm.
I was more of a
They're a little
Street Fighter guy.
Ooh.
I was more of
I
a
like
Street
that.
Fighter. And then
Classy,
it was,
man.
and then it was Dead or Alive, and it wasn't for those reasons
Ooh,
you're thinking of. Which I don't know if you know about those reasons, but don't Google it. But no, man, I got into Mortal Kombat really late, and I love it. And
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's the same for any age as they're coming out with newer stuff. It makes it a little more relevant for people.
some
to be
people
able to check
might
it out.
hate me for this
Uh-huh.
because NetherRealm,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
They also made like the Injustice games, and those games I love to the T, right? Because
Those
again,
were really
superhero,
good.
yeah, superhero fan, and
Well
the story
made.
mode on that, oh my god, was amazing.
Yeah.
And then I went to Mortal Kombat,
Check
right?
it
A lot
out,
of people
later.
came to those games because they were Mortal Kombat fans. They're like, oh, with DC characters, let's try it out. But I was the other way around. I was like a DC fan, a superhero fan that went, okay, I'm going to go ahead and play this because we've never had a game like this before for the DC side.
Definitely
At
not.
least. You know, Marvel's always had Capcom versus Marvel, stuff like that, where, you know, they've always had those side fighting games, but
Right.
DC lacked
You're right.
them. And then they finally had one, and I had to play it, and I don't regret it. And then, you know, that made me a fan of NetherRealm. Went right to Mortal Kombat, and appreciated it ever since. And here we are with Mortal Kombat.